Hello, Fruit Forces. Captain Fruit reporting for duty, and today I want to talk about the new cartoon that's coming out of Invincible. I've been reading the Invincible series lately. I'm up to over issue 100. I think 106, somewhere around that area, 107, and I've greatly been enjoying it. I'm looking forward to this jumping on the screen, but is there going to be issues or not? Also, hope you stick through with this video because at the end of the video, I'm going to do the video trivia question for the no prize. First person answers that question properly down below in the comments section earns that no prize. All right, so let's jump into this video and let's see what this cartoon has in store. All right, Fruit Force. First of all, once again, this is not a racism or anything to be jumping into. This article came from Bounding into Comics, just talking about how there's potential changes between the cartoon characters from the comic book to the screen there, if you will. It says, first look at Amazon and Images Invincible animated series reveals main cast and race-swapped character. This is by Spencer McCauley on August 7th, 2020. You can find this article on Bounding into Comics. Now it says a newly released preview of the upcoming Invincible animated series has given fans first look at the series main cast, including race swap version of a character from the comics. Now, first of all, I have to say I'm very interested in this and how it's currently looking. I think it does. The cartoon fits the series and the look very well. I've been enjoying the comic book series quite greatly. It says first published in recent re-release of Invincible #1, the preview was offered by Image Comics for free, yes, in support of the 2020 edition of the annual Free Comic Book Day event. It was then shared widely by Twitter user Davino, where you get your first glimpse of the newly race-swapped character. Now, once again, I'm not a big fan of race-swapping characters and things like that, and I've made that known, and it's not a racist thing. I wouldn't want a black character replaced by a white character either, just for the record of that. But I'm going to spare my thoughts on that until a little bit further here. So we look here. It says, first look at the Amazon Prime's Invincible, the animated series. And I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Let me be clear there. I couldn't be happier with the sheer quality of animation. You can bet your rear end that I'll be eagerly waiting for that trailer when they finally decide to drop it. I'm right there with them. I am looking forward to this. I think the way it's drawn does translate from the comic book style of the artwork that was done by a couple different artists in there. Ryan Otley's one that usually jumps out to people. I think it's really, really fitting, so I'm really liking what I'm seeing there. It says the preview claims that it will closely adhere to the comics, which that makes me happy. I hope that holds true, which is based on the Robert Kirkman series. It will follow the adventures of Mark Grayson, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm up to issue, I think, 106 now in the series. Grayson has grown up in the shadow of the greatest superhero in the universe, Omni-Man, who is none other than his own father, Nolan Grayson. And I'm not want to spoil it for you if you haven't read it, but it's a really interesting take on the family dynamic here. According to the preview, the first episode of the animated series, which will be Amazon Prime's streaming service, will run an hour long. And I'm telling you, I am anxiously awaiting. I mean, look at this artwork. It doesn't match 100% to the comic book, but who expects it to? I think it looks really good, and it can really translate well. I think this particular cartoon has real potential. It has a good cast. I've really been enjoying the comic. The cast is an interesting dynamic of characters, and hopefully we'll see that go out and jump onto the screen as well. The short 3-page preview provides fans with their first look of the on-screen appearances of many members of the cast. This includes Adam Eve, which is an awesome character, who will be voiced by Jillian Jacobs. Rexplode, which I also quite enjoyed his jerkus antics, will be voiced by Jason Matazuka, which, once again, I butcher names, I apologize. The character of Debbie Grayson will be voiced by Sandra O'Hare, and Omni-Man will be voiced by none other than J.K. Simmons. Finally, The Walking Dead Stephen Yeun will be voicing the Invincible. I think there's definitely some good talent there for voicing that, so I think we can expect some good voice work there. And also the promise of a showcase some of the greatest villains, like the Muller twins and Doc Seismic, which I think is going to be really cool to see. In the next section, we'll see some close-up work and a concept art here for Invincible. Once again, I think it's very good. Now, here is where some people are going, wait a minute, this isn't like the character in the book. So I'm going to get to that in a minute. Once again, in this case, though, I'm going to say it doesn't really matter to me. However, despite the incredibly accurate adaptation of Kirkman and artist Ryan Otley's original work, here we go, it appears that one character has gone through a significant change. The change will be seen with the character of Amber Bennet. Yes, Amber Bennet in the comic books is actually a white character. Why they thought they needed to change her black, I don't really know. Maybe just add a little diversity to the cartoon, I suppose. Once again, this is something I don't really care to see. I don't want to see characters race swap just for that fact. Instead, put in real characters. But I was thinking about it, this particular book doesn't really have, well, a whole lot of black characters in it, but it does have some. So why didn't they just spotlight some of those characters more? I don't know. But this is a minor change to me. It really doesn't bother me at all. Once again, I don't particularly care that they do that. If she was a black character and they changed her to white, I would not like that either. Okay, just for the record, it's once again, I'm just more of a classical. I want to see it jump off the page, but nonetheless, I think it's a very minor thing that's not really going to hurt, especially as long as they truly stick to the character. I hope they stick to the character's character and behavior as in the comic books. If they change your character off completely, then yeah, that will be a turnoff, because once again, it's just the color of your skin. What matters is the character and how you behave and how you react and what's really in you. So for those who don't remember, Amber's Invincible's first high school girlfriend in the comics, as she was a white woman, but now in the new animated series she'll be portrayed as a black woman. Not a big deal to me. Her voice will be supplied by Deadpool 2 actress Zazie Beetz. Once again, I probably butchered that. This is very similar change seen with the CW's adaptation of The Flash, where they race swap the character Iris West, and that's true. That's another way of looking at it too. But nonetheless, the artwork looks phenomenal. I mean, I don't see any major issues here. I see nothing that makes me not want to see this. Where Explode looks great. His Invincible's mom looks great. Omni-Man looks great. All these characters look great. I mean, even the new version of this character of Amber looks perfectly fine to me. Fine. I don't see any issues in it. So what do you think of this change? I think it's a very interesting question here. Does that matter to you? It doesn't matter to me enough to care. So Invincible set to premiere in 2020, and that's the thing I really want to share. I think, based on what I've been reading in the comics, I haven't completely finished the series yet, that this could be a really, really fun cartoon. So before we jump off and leave there, let's ask the trivia question of the video. The trivia question of today for the no prize is, what are Doc Ock's mechanical arms made of? Yes, what are Doc Ock's mechanical arms made of? All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Until next time, keep it frugal.